You're listening to Rise to Your Purpose, a personal and spiritual development podcast for female entrepreneurs with a mission.
We are your hosts, Brandie and Natalie. Hey, welcome to this next episode of Rise to Your Purpose. I did this interview today on Facebook Live as well because there are a lot of visuals that our special guest had to share with us. So I linked that in the live, linked that live in the show notes for you to check out as well. But this is a really special interview for me because it's with someone I have always looked up to, and her name is actually Natalie as well. And her full name is Natalie Unger. We actually shared that same name for a while because my maiden name is Unger. So, but no, we aren't closely related. But I would love for you to get to meet her. She is one of the most ambitious, kind-hearted, fun people I know, and just a beautiful person inside and out. And she's a small town girl who really decided just to go for it. She's super inspirational. And I can't wait for you to hear today about her journey in entrepreneurship and about her newest venture with her legacy business, 2B. So come and enjoy this episode with Natalie Unger. All right. Hey, everyone. I am really excited because I'm here today with one of my good friends and someone who I have always looked up to. I'll have to give you a little background story on us. So this is Natalie Unger. She and I have like the same exact name almost until I got married. So I was Natalie Unger prior. Then she married an Unger. So that was always kind of fun for us being from the same town. We went to the same high school. And I always looked up to her. I saw her as an athlete and just a beautiful woman. And so it was really awesome when a few years ago, we were able to get reconnected through a product that we both fell in love with, and was able to start a business together. And so then I've just watched Natalie continue to do amazing things. Like, she blows me away and is super inspirational. And I also love the fact that you are also not a good cook, because I'm not either. And I'm like, I don't have to feel bad. I'm gifted in other areas just as you are. So we can let our husbands do the cooking. But Natalie, just to give you a little background, and then I want her to also introduce herself to you guys, is a wife. She's a mom of two beautiful boys and amazing boys. She's also a fifth grade teacher like I am. And then she is like a serial entrepreneur is what I'd say. She, I think, has always done just amazing things within our community, and always just comes from a place of loving others and serving others. And she's just so humble and a lot of fun. She loves to run and to hike, and just be with her family. So I now would love you to introduce yourself a little bit more, and then tell us how you, I know like we've been working in the network marketing industry for a little over 5 years or so together, and you've been a teacher for a while. So tell us a little bit about that, and like, was that the first business you ever really got started with, and kind of what your experience is there?
Well, first and foremost, I just have to tell you, Natalie, thank you so much for taking the time to do this live with me. I know you have your pan in so many different fires, and so it's pretty special for you to take the time out of your day to just kind of reach out and make these connections and get to know people that you are around, or people that you are connected with even better than you already do. I think that's so special and says a lot about you as a leader, which is truly what I look at you as a leader, because I see you doing so many amazing things, and things with your sister and things with your mom and your husband, and your wheels are always spinning. And so when I see your posts, I feed off of that energy. And so I just want to extend a huge thank you to you for allowing me to do this with you.
Oh, thank you. Glad to have you.
Everything you stated was right. I mean, was perfect on the nose in terms of my family. I have two amazing sons, James and Kale. James is actually in my fifth grade class, so he gets to put up with me every single day, with education as well as personal life. And then Kale is in second grade, and I loved seeing him before and after school when we would go to Southwood together. It was awesome because before he went to his classroom, we would spend time together, and then after school was over, he would walk down to my classroom. So we've had a lot of special memories with me working in the same school system as my kiddos go to. So that's really cool. I have a wonderful, supportive husband named Sean, who is an arborist, and he has done that for several years and is amazing at his trade. He doesn't even use a bucket truck. He climbs them via the rope, so that's pretty cool. It keeps him active. So I love my family, and that's a lot of the reason what motivates me to want to impact and leave my mark on the world is because I want to make them proud. So I'm pretty excited to chat with you today and just kind of even learn more about myself through the questions that you ask.
Yeah, awesome. So let's start with so you got into, I know we're in part of the same company. And so what was it that got you excited about joining and starting a business like that, being someone who was super busy already with just teaching and a family?
Great question. I remember it was about 5 years ago when I saw a post you had made celebrating some successes that you had had with the products of the company. And I was struggling with a lot of issues, but I also know that I'm all about convenience, I'm about efficiency, timeliness, and everything that you were sharing about the products streamlined perfectly with the needs and desires I needed in regards to those products. And so I remember joining the company, but not even really needing you to persuade me or to sell me on it, because the products that I was using were helping me with the insecurities that I was having. And that's all that I needed. And then when you continue to share about the company and about how they streamline the marketing and they streamline collaboration and all of these key components to wanting to do something that you've never done before, but you made it seem so attainable and easy and rewarding. It's very emotionally rewarding to be part of this company as well, because of all the testimonials that I receive via Facebook messages and even text messages, that once someone does use the product, that fire gets fed, and it makes me want to continue to share about the products because I'm receiving the feedback from all the products' work, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. So that is awesome. And then so one of the main reasons I wanted to ask you to come on here is because you have also since started a business with your dad. And I know even before that, I actually have to shout this out too, because even prior to that, I know you have, you guys, I don't know if you want to talk about it a little bit, but I just think it's really awesome just going back to how much Natalie and her family are all about like serving community and serving others. And I think how probably, 2B probably came about, but I know you did Unger Mountain and now it's a part of your elementary school and high school area. And I just think that is so cool. Can you tell people a little bit about that just for like a quick second? Because I just thought that was so cool how it has impacted people.
Oh, absolutely. Unger Mountain is a 46-foot climbing tower. It has 3 faces. It has a quick jump. It's got an outcropping side that is very challenging. It has the chimney, and it also has the flat side that is a little bit more for average climbers, unless you're trying to go super fast or for different holds. But this climbing tower is pretty phenomenal. My husband donated it to Metropolitan School District, which is the school system that I work for. And it's been used for rewarding kiddos who have achieved academic achievements. It's been used for physical fitness. It's been used for community gatherings. It's pretty outstanding. So I was very honored and excited to know that my husband's heart was to do what he could to provide another opportunity for the community to celebrate not only physical triumphs, but also mental ones, because it is 46 feet high. So if you have that element of fear with heights, it's going to challenge you to overcome those fears. Yeah. So again, it was donated by my husband. He lets me kind of tag along with that tagline, but it was pretty exciting when they accepted our offer, and now it stands high at Southwood High School.
Yeah, I just thought that was so cool. And just like another area of showing too, that's like your entrepreneurial spirit and how you guys are always thinking of something that can really impact others. And so now let's talk about this business that you have just started. Remind me, so it's called 2B, so the number 2 and then B. So tell us what that means, how you got started with this business, and what is it and how it's helping people right now.
Oh, I'm going to get pretty excited here. This is actually a decal. I'll lean forward so you can see it. Each of our bib purchases comes with a medical information to be logo sticker that goes on the window of the vehicle. And the 2B came about because I have two boys. Sean and I have James and Kale, and they are our sons. And so we put 2B inside of our sunshine, and that is our company logo. So that's what the 2B is about. And then we've kind of tagged the slogan, see it, flip it, and we'll get to that later. But whenever you see this yellow sunshine with the 2B, it's just as a symbol that there's medical information attached to a product within the vehicle that could be of use for a first responder.
That's awesome. So share what inspired you. So I know you said kind of has to do with your boys, but how did this idea even get going or get started? How did you come up with it?
I've always had a heart for children. I worked in a daycare since I was 16, and then until I was 21, and then I've been a teacher since I was 21. And so it's been several years of being in education and always having a heart for wanting to make them smile and wanting to make a difference in their day. And accompanying that with just a desire to leave a legacy. And like I mentioned earlier, I really want to do something that leaves a mark that my kiddos look back and say, my mom was a part of that. Now, this whole company, it has taken so many collaborative efforts. It's taken so many individuals. It's taken so many moving parts to make this come to fruition that I could never say that this is, my accomplishment. I could never say that, because it's been such a group effort, and that's what makes it even more exciting. So as leaving a legacy and hoping to kind of gift the world with something that we do have it patented, that was quite an experience, and we'll get to that later. But getting it patented, getting on Amazon, there were just so many things that I was learning how to do for the very first time. And when I was working through those adversities, my boys were always watching to see how I would handle them. And sometimes I handled them all right, and sometimes they saw me get frustrated, but then I realized that that's okay. So just even being part of this business and this company and sharing my product, being able to show my kiddos that it's okay to have that adversity, and it's okay to get excited when things go well. They've really seen me kind of in all my different colors as the 2B has developed.
That's great. So, so then can you actually show us what 2B is? Like, what is the actual product and how it works?
Okay, so this actually started to come to fruition about 5 years ago. I drove myself to a patent lawyer in Valparaiso, and I was a nervous wreck, but I wanted to share an idea with him. After sharing it with my parents and Sean, they loved it, and so I thought, okay, put the pedal to the metal and let's see what this is going to entail. And so I drove myself to the lawyer, and I shared with him this product idea. Go full circle, that product original idea was not going to be an option because of the expense, because my idea was all about changing the clasp of a seatbelt, a 5-point harness clasp. And so here, our lovely elephant model that I have, because my boys are too big for a 5-point harness, and so we have the elephant as our baby model, or our child model. My original idea was to change this clasp, and when the clasp goes together, because I would see so many friends and family members post pictures of their kiddos in the car traveling on vacations or going here and there, different destinations, and all you could see was a black clasp and black straps. And I thought there just needs to be something there that just brings some personality to the traveling experience. Well, after some years and years and years, I will show you some original prototypes that are just too funny. We ended up coming up with a strapless bib, which a lot of our moms have been advocating for because they love that it doesn't go around their neck. Each of our bibs on our website have their own name. This is Flutter the Butterfly, Sparkle the Unicorn, Striker the Soccer Ball, and Snap the Football. And so what's really nice is they all have a pocket with either a motivational word or a word that correlates with the sport, like this football says touchdown. on the back, this is where it gets really exciting for me personally. This is where you have the information that a first responder could use in case of a minor accident. And so each of the back of the bibs have a spot for parents to record with a permanent marker. That's what I used on my kids. Information about name, age, allergies, date of birth, emergency contact information. They also each come with a small square of hook and loop, which is really great for sensory input. We've had lots of guidance counselors talk to us about the impact that the hook and loop can have just with soothing and being comforting. So this is just kind of what the product looks like. Each of the toys at the top are super soft and are detachable. So the kiddos can take them off and play with them in the car. So those are the 4 bibs. Now the way that it works is we've invented these items called straplets, and they're labeled right and left, and you hook them onto the car seat harness and just by Velcro, and you leave them on the seatbelt straps. So here, you can see there.
Yeah, I can
they
see that.
stay on as long as the parent wants to keep them on. They don't need to be taken off and on every time the child gets in and out of the car, but when they need to be wiped down and cleaned, that's when you can take them off. So we put those on first. The kiddo gets into his car seat and we hook him up. Now, we have had a lot of feedback on adding aftermarket products to a car seat harness. Yes, we are fully aware that that does void the car seat warranty. But when people start recognizing and researching, if I have a brand of car seat, but a different brand of a bib, a normal bib or a blanket or a toy that is in the car seat that's of a different brand, it will automatically void the warranty of the car seat. So I could talk hours on this aspect and would be willing to at a later date, but we know that our seatbelt straps, straplets and the bibs, we had it tested at CalSpan and testing facility, and the car seat passed FMVSS 213. So when you have kiddos and you start checking things out and kind of going through all the things that you want to do as a parent or guardian to make sure that what you're using with your child is safe. We had 2 different car seats, front and forward facing test run. It was very extensive testing. It was very salty testing. And so we are really thrilled to share that all the tests that were administered, everything passed perfectly.
That's awesome. I was just looking at it like, I feel like that would be way more, having those around it would be way more comfortable for the child anyway.
Well, and I'm glad you brought that up, because when we were working with our marketing company in Fort Wayne, one of the individuals there actually recommended that we extend our straplet. The original one was much lower, but there are so many parents who buy the extended strap or buy an attachable straplet to help with that spot next to their neck, that we went ahead and added the extra fabric there just for that purpose. So that's kind of an all-in-one travel solution piece.
Okay. They're super cute too. I love all the different styles.
Thank you. Yeah, a local artist actually made this one for us, designed it. But once the kiddo's in the car seat, you attach, the kiddo can take ownership and show independence and place the bib on top. And now that clasp is clean of any juice or crumbs or crackers that might get in there as they're traveling. And then they have a little travel pocket as well. And again, they can take off the flutter and fly around and tell stories and have that comforting piece.
Yeah, I love that. I think that's such an awesome idea, and that you came up with that and have seen it come to like fruition. Like you have your company up and running and it's out of your home right now. I see that's like your workroom, right? So which is really fun. So I think also that's inspiration too. You don't have to have some fancy office or or building. Like you can start right where you are with an idea. And then like just some lessons I got from, or feed some takeaways from just what you've said already, is like being okay with overcoming some objections or some adversities and being okay to share that with your kids, because they're going to be able to learn through you and see that, my mom did this, and yes, problems are going to come up, but I can still overcome them. And then being able to, even though your idea at the beginning, because I think sometimes we can get ideas and then we get discouraged that, oh, I have to like redo it or it didn't work the first time. So being okay with that, and that you were willing to like pivot and kind of shift your idea and not just give up because the first one didn't work. So I think that's really awesome. So what is one thing then, as you've worked through this process, what's one thing that you know now that you wish you would have known like before you got started or as you were getting started?
Okay, I have to travel here. I'm going to show you this as part of my office. This actually used to just be a dresser for my kiddos. And so I nailed up some fabric, and these are the originals of what our bibs had looked like.
Okay.
Yes, this was the very first one with this starfish here. And this is what the back used to look like. So one thing that I wish that I would have done a better job is making a diary or a journal about the adventures that one goes on when opening a company. So there were, not just emotionally, but also physically and just like spiritually. There's just so many things that take place that I think that I will always remember. But then as the journey continues, you just start to forget some of those things. And so I really wish that I would have journaled.
Yeah, that's actually a good idea. I think that's something even I just started doing, just like you said, spiritual journey, is trying to get more into journaling and like what I feel like God is speaking to me throughout that. So yeah, as you're like working through ideas, that would be a really good idea as well. So as a mompreneur, we always love asking our guests, like, what would you tell other mompreneurs who are, maybe they're working in their network marketing business. Maybe they're trying to start their own, create their own product, start a business of their own. Like, what would you tell them? Or they're in the middle of that right now. What advice could you share with them?
I have two quick pieces. One, go for it. Plain and simple. If you're passionate and you have a strong belief in what it is that you want to share with the world, go for it. In fact, I want to have someone make me a t-shirt that just says go for it. And I want to wear it around everywhere I go, because that is key. If you've got that fire and you are ready to share your voice, go for it. Yeah. And the other one is to show grace. I'm very, very lucky to have boys and my children who see that I'm excited when I work on this. I never feel like it's a job. I could spend hours and not even realize it. But then that energy that I use when and create when I'm working on my bid business, and then I go spend time with my boys, I'm a better mom because I'm feeling so excited that I'm part of something else too. Mm-hmm. And I can use that energy to propel being a better mom. And then again, I can't say enough about Sean, my husband. He has been amazing and super supportive. He let me have the whole upstairs for our office space. And he helps with so much of like the lifting aspect, and there's a list, and he tackles those items for me, and he shows support, and emotionally he's always there. And I think that plays a big part. So just recognizing my children and recognizing my husband and extending that grace to them and showing them that I appreciate them, as opposed to just assuming and expecting that that's how they should be, I think is really important. So go for it. And as you're going for it, make sure that the team of people that are around you, that you are showing grace on a daily basis.
That's really good. Thank you. Yeah. So I like how you said that you are showing appreciation, not just expectation of them. So that's really good. And so how you kind of mentioned your spiritual journey a little bit too. So how has God been working through you and your businesses?
Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. That has played a huge part, not just because 13 is my favorite number, but also because of the obvious message behind it. Again, being part of anything, whether you're familiar with it or not, there are always going to be those obstacles and those trials and those things that you've never experienced, and you just have to continue trucking along and going for it and finding the strength to figure out a solution. I'm now starting to get excited when a problem arises, because I feel as though I've always got the strength to respond to the crisis or respond to a situation or a concern, because there's so much that we have put into place to correctly launch our product, specifically with 2B, that have no qualms or concerns about addressing anything that may not just be welcomed with open arms. So between gaining our patent, being put on Amazon because it's a child product, CPSIA tested consumer product, had to be tested on some levels, had to be lead-free, several things had to be taken care of, and we were able to pass every single test that was put in front of us because we had done that footwork. And so if we hadn't had the strength, our religious faith, trying to tackle those would have been very overwhelming to the point where some might have quit. And because my dad is also of strong faith, we just kept carrying on. We just kept pushing on because quitting wasn't an option. Like, we had the strength and the determination. We have a solid product, and we're able to dot our I's and cross our T's with everything that's come our way. So just finding that daily strength, I would say weekly, but no. When you're part of something that is new and it's never been done, it's daily.
Yeah. Tapping into that daily. Yes. That's so inspiring and encouraging, and congratulations. It's just been awesome, like watching your journey and seeing everything that you have going on. And it's inspired me and Skylar to even like keep going towards the things that we're working for. So thank you for sharing with us today. And I know so many people and moms are going to want to get their hands on this product. So what is the best way that they can go and order these? I know they're awesome for gifts, nieces, nephews, I mean, so many people could obviously benefit from these. So where can they go to get them?
We have them on two places. First is our www.2.world. And it's also on our decals. Whoops, there we go. Okay. www.2b.world. And then they're also on Amazon. But right now, under the circumstances, the website would probably be a more efficient spot to check out.
Go get it.
Yes.
Awesome. And if you want to connect with Natalie, I know you can find her also on Facebook at Natalie Unger. And anything else you'd like to leave with everyone listening?
We also have a Facebook page at 2B Car Seat Bibs. Would love to see you pop on. Our next big hurdle to tackle is to get reviews. And so we would love for you to look at the story of 2B on our website, check out our Facebook page. We've had lots of compliments on the vibrant colors, but also the simplicity of the design with our visual impaired preschool. We've got some kiddos that have really got some great benefits of using the 2B bib. So we have a very big, very lengthy story, and would love to have you check it out and then write us a review.
Awesome. All right. Well, we will do that for sure. Thank you so much. It was really fun talking with you and learning about everything about this business, the company, and how it's helping people. And you're definitely leaving a legacy for your kids and your family to come. So really excited for you. And yeah, go check her out. Go to www.2b.world. Get yourself an awesome bib for your child or family member. So thank you again. And if you have any questions, feel free to put them on here for us. So we will talk to you later.
Thanks.
Rise Your Purpose will be a weekly podcast. Our hope is to inspire and educate you on your entrepreneurial journey to help you fuel your passions, live your purpose, and build a business that works for you.
You can subscribe, rate, and comment on any podcast app. We'd love to hear from you. It makes us so happy to see you tuning in to the show. So if you're on Instagram, let us know what your favorite part of the show was by taking a screenshot of the episode you tuned into and tag us at Live Victorious on your story. Let us know what your favorite quote or takeaway from the episode was so that we can be inspired to keep creating content like this for you.
To learn more about us and get involved with our community of mission-driven entrepreneurs, join our Facebook group, Purpose Partners, where we partner together in faith and business. So until next time, build a business that works for you and stay in alignment with your mission.